Hey everybody, thanks for checking in with us. Chris McKinnon here with Jon Keller for another edition of What a Week. And John, just when you thought things couldn't get any wilder in the political world, it's just never ending.
As you know, I've been covering politics for well over 125 years. I've never seen anything like this. And I was a teenager during Watergate. And that was pretty crazy, but this makes that look like a day at Nantasket Beach. All right. It's unbelievable.
Let's jump right in and talk about the impeachment inquiry. And we've got two polls out this week that are showing a shift in support for this impeachment inquiry. And first of all, where do you see this going here? I mean, we talked about Watergate for a long time and Nixon, and when the public opinion shifted is when you saw the political fallout shift.
The polls followed the public,
right.
And I think you're starting to see a little of that here. Just a handful of Republican senators, admittedly, but some have ventured out to express concern about the Ukraine phone call. And I think as more information comes out and as the polls worsen, if that's what's going to happen, more will do so. Now, will enough do so to put the president in jeopardy of being removed in the Senate trial that would follow an impeachment vote? That's a whole nother story. We'll see about that one. But I don't see any reason to think that the same politicians who've been so worried about covering their rear ends politically and so afraid of what Donald Trump can do to them that they've clammed up when they might otherwise speak out. I don't see why these same polls wouldn't follow the crowd if the crowd turns hard against the president.
All right. And when you see this shifting in the polls here and the numbers and the growing support, or I should say these two polls show the growing support, do you think this spells disaster for the Trump administration right now? You're also seeing a lot of administration officials kind of dodging. We're not seeing them out on the shows. We're not seeing them out putting their message out. They're just kind of clamming up.
Well, they appear to be circling the wagons around the hardcore base, and that's really been the Trump political strategy from day one. There's never really been much of an effort to reach out beyond the base. And perhaps that's a sign that they're worried about erosion of the base. And I want to just semi-correct you there. Those two polls you cited are the first major polls to show majority support for impeachment. In general, since the Ukraine story came out, the polls have flipped from a solid majority opposing impeachment to first significant pluralities, and now in a couple of these polls, majorities supporting it. So it's more than just the two polls. It's ominous. There's no question about it. It's ominous, and that's why you see signs of panic in the inner circle there.
All right. What do you think we'll be talking about next week? I'm just kidding. I don't even want to know.
I have some liquid refreshment in my fridge at home that I want to partake of before we even think about next week, okay?
All right. Sounds good, John. Thanks, you,
Chris.
as always. Appreciate it. And thanks for checking in with us. We'll see you next time for What a Week.